Good evening, all. So today we are back and with a new topic, and today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic, which is about friendships and relationships, and why do some people have more friendships than others, and why do some people have more relationships than others, and so on. So how we can set long-term relationships and how we can make friends is one of the most important topics that is being discussed. And so let us start with the early stage of human beings. The human beings happen to be happen to be born within a family. This family consists of mom and dad, sisters and brothers. His early childhood relations will be with his brothers, with his parents, and with his parents' relatives. Could be his grandmother, grandfather, and with their relatives or with their friends, depending on how much their relatives are coming to visit them and how consistent in their relationship they are. Then he grow up to go to kindergarten or maybe to go to school. He start to meet new friends. He start to meet new people. He start to interact with new people from the society. After school, it depends on the people. It depends on the parents' interest. Some parents are interested in scientific communities. Some parents are interested in some form of religious communities. Some for kind of parents are interested in sports and sports communities and running communities. Some kind of parents are interested in, let me say, reading society. Some parents are interested in politics. Some parents are interested in the extended family. It depends on the parents and what kind of relationships they try, what kind of interest they try to guide and promote their children to have. So this is the second stage where you actually between the age of, let me say, 0 to 16 years. It's about it's about being with your family and and doing the things that they think it is within your interest and they guide you to do, and you go to these clubs and to these societies and to these clubs and you start to interact with people. And if you do this consistently, you will end up meeting a lot of people and you will end up having a lot of friends. So the first important element is being there, which is about consistency, being there in a regular basis. That's the first thing. The second thing, doing something that you interest or there is an interest for you in doing, that you are interested in doing, or there is an interest for you, and I will explain this later. And the third one is being open and positive about talking with others and about communicating with others and about having a joyful time with them. That is being said, we after 16 years old you start thinking for yourself, and you start thinking about the things that you like and about the things that you don't like, and about what you would like to do, what kind of hobbies you would like to do, what are the things that interest you the most. And it would be always helpful if you do these things with people or with human beings. So if you spend your time playing video games or spend your time watching Netflix or watching movies all the time, you will not end up with a lot of relationships, because this while you are highly interested, you are in a place where there is no one. So even if it was one person, but you are doing this thing with him, like you are watching movies with him all the time, then you will have some kind of relationship. But even it would be much better if you have some kind of interaction. So because people spend their time doing something that is not related to seeing each other or talking with each other or interacting with each other, so when they spend some time to entertain themselves, they end up watching movies, watching TV, or surfing the internet, something that does not involve the interaction with someone else. So you will not end up successful with any new relationships if you spend your time doing this without any face time. Now, after 16 years old, now you start meeting new people from different backgrounds, from different societies. Some of these people are related to your neighborhood. If your school is, let me say, if it's a government school, or if people who attend the school are coming from the same area, or it can be a private school and people from a particular class within the society or from a particular group within the society are interested in sending their kids to that particular school. This goes on, and and then you can build, go to university, and university, it's a very big society, it's a very big community with a lot of interest coming from different people from different backgrounds. Some people are interested in this cultural club, some people are interested in politics, some people are interested in studying together. And at that time, a lot of people think that we all have to pass the exams. The class has to pass the exams, and the class has to end up working somewhere. So it would be very helpful if you have good connection with these guys. They can help you with passing your exams, whether it's about an information about something you missed in a lecture, or it's about copying their notes, or it's about just having fun with them, or going for a trip, or something like that, or it's about just chilling, or it's about hitting on girls, or it's about going to clubs, or it's about just sitting there and trying to have some kind of random chat, friendly chat between lectures and so on. So university is a very, very good place for making friends and for ensuring that you have a place where you can always be, let me say, where you can always be, where you can always be in a place where you can always meet people, and where you can always feel that you are there is an opportunity to make new contacts, and there is an opportunity to make a new conversation, and there is an opportunity to have a new dialogue, and there is an opportunity to do your interest, there is an opportunity to have a cup of coffee with something that interests you, and so on. So it's a place where a lot of people think it's a very good place to be in. So after that, this is generally the framework. So whatever happens after that, it's about three things. It's about consistency, that you are going to a place in a regular way, that you are going to attend lectures every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or you are going to this university every day. You are then I'm interested in going to the university or to the place because I have to pass, I have to get a degree, and this degree will help me in my work, and so on. And the third one is about I am open for conversation. I am positive, and if there is something that I can help with, I can help. So if it's something about helping my class succeed, we can do some notes. If it's about something about doing something they're interested, if it's about passing in information, if it's about organizing a party, if it's about being if it's about just having a random conversation where just a lot of interaction happens, and there are a lot of people coming from different backgrounds, from different organizations, from different sectors within the society, or from different communities. So if it's about understanding their communities, understanding where they come from, allowing them to express themselves, it's also fine. So these are the three main components of having a healthy or long-term relationships. And if you spend 1 year in a particular place doing the same thing again and again and again, you would definitely be able to build new contacts and building a healthy relationship, that even if you lost this relationship after some time, it will be easy for you to see, it will be easy for you to it, it will be easy for you to actually, good evening, Mr. Fadlatum. So it will be easy for you to come back to this relationship and build on it. It's like your cousin traveled somewhere else, or your friends are in another place, but I have established this relationship 1 year ago. It's in a good place. It's a good time. Yes, everybody proceed with his life. It's not the same strength, or this. It does not have the same importance as it used to be during your interaction with that person. But if you are a real friend, you'll be able to just grasp this relationship quickly and carry on with your life easily, and it would not be hard to reflect the things that you enjoy and the things that you are looking forward to do. That is being said, that's about friends. Now, challenges. What are the challenges? Challenges is about constant traveling. So if you are changing schools all the time, you would end up finding more a difficulty making friends more than others. So that's one. It's about keep moving to many different places. The second one is about not being open, or coming from a different background, or coming from a different mindset than the community that you are being involved in. So you might have some kind of you might, for example, some teenagers maybe doing these tattoos, and they are just trying to be maverick, they are trying to look different, so, and they think it's for them to express themselves. However, other people perceive them as with an eye of suspicion, why they are different than us, why they are behaving this way, why they are not they look at you as something that is beyond normal. So this is something about interest. So it's clearly that you are not interested in the same things that this group is interested in, and some teenagers face this problem. So some of them are not interested in sports, and the whole class is just focused on sports. And some of them are, they are not interested in studying, and they are in a top class kind of environment. So they are there every day, but they are not interested. So if you are really into sports and you are not into studying, and you are in a class that is the whole focus of everyone is to get the top marks, or to do everything right, and they are competing with each other, who's the first in the class, who's the second in the class, of course you will feel disengaged. And in many cases, there are not many people with a lot of interest, or they don't understand why they are not interested in this class, or why they are not interested in this group of people, or why they are not interested in being part of this community. Because at the end of the day, you need to develop a broad range of interests that help you to communicate with everyone. And this is important for you, that you try different things, and you have to develop broad range of interest. And sometimes you can change your community, and sometimes you can't change the community, and in many cases you can't change. That's the second challenge. So for the challenge for being consistent is keeping traveling, keeping changing schools. You end up in a new society every now and then, and if you end up in a new society every now and then, you enter this society, and there is a group of people who already established themselves, and they established their friendships. So it would be very difficult for you to enter this kind of place. The second one is about interest. You find yourself going to a place every day, meeting people that you don't share similar interest, or you don't share similar interest with most of them. And yes, sometimes, for example, if you were the nerd, and everyone else is interested like in girls, or interested in drugs, or interested in running away from school, you would feel like an outcast, that's for sure. Yani you would need to find some nerds like you, that you enjoy solving puzzles and thinking for yourself, and talking about big issues and talking about big concepts, while not playing sports at all, or something like that. So that's the second one, interest. The third one is about being open for a conversation, and this is quite important. So if you are in a community, or if you should always reflect a positive attitude, that I'm here to help, we are here to enjoy our time, we are here to help each other. And sometimes some kind of society promotes some kind of aggressiveness. No, you should not be friendly with everyone. You should not think about being friendly, and you should not even try to open for conversation. You should just focus on your own things, do your classes, and just go home, and don't think about talking to each other. So I think it's important that you are open to a conversation in a proper way, that when people communicate with you, they are always able to share some kind of information, or they are always able to have some enjoyable time, or they are always even able to tell a joke and see you laughing at it. So that's and yes, of course, you learn this with time. Sometimes some people tell you, when you are a kid, some people tell you a joke, you don't laugh at it because you don't understand, or you don't find it funny. But when you get older, you understand. So if someone tells a joke, and even if it's not so funny, you should note that, oh yeah, that was an interesting one, or that was a funny joke. Not because the joke is funny, as much as because you are interested in giving a positive reaction to the person communication attempt with you. So you learn these communication tricks and communication attempts, hand gestures and body movement, and what to do and what not to do with time. When you are a kid, it's clear to see, to understand if you are bored or if you are not bored. When you are older, you become more mature and your reactions become uh, more clear on things. So that was my talk on friendships and how you establish your contacts and friends within a particular context. Remember, you need only 1 year actually to do that. And if you are consistent with people from similar interest, with if you are consistent with people from similar interest, and you are open for a conversation, you'll end up having a lot of friends. That is being said, I wish you a great evening and salam.